Austin Reaves. So I think Austin's a little bit better than a couple of the guys that we have ahead of him. But Austin has 2 years left on this deal realistically. It's a 3-year, $42 million deal remaining, but he has a player option in year 3. He averaged 15.9 points, 4.3 rebounds, 5.5 assists for the Lakers this past season. Look, you watch a lot of Austin Reaves, as I think people know. What is your take on Austin and where he is going to continue to grow moving forward here? He shot 49, 37, 85 from the field as well last season.
Yeah. And to be honest, as somebody that watches Austin Reaves pretty close and, am a fan and think he's really good, I don't think the defense was great to start last year and then improved throughout the season. I thought he really locked in, and I think he got challenged by the organization, and he's, he's not going to be talked about in the same breath of the guys we just talked about. Like, we all know that, but that's not his game. He's going to offer hopefully more offensively with the way he can play with the ball in his hands and his shot making and all of those things. I think where this contract can really look good for the Lakers is if Austin is as good as what I think he might be with JJ as the head coach. Like, I wonder if JJ gives him the reins a little bit more and lets him do some things. And quite honestly, I think the Lakers need that. As awesome as LeBron and AD were in the Olympics, and Sam, those two guys were awesome in the Olympics, but they need a third guy to take some of the pressure off them, especially in the regular season. When the Lakers were good, it was in that playoff run when Reaves was doing a lot of things in big moments with the ball in his hands. And so I hope to see that from Redick's offense, even running Austin off ball actions and just making him a focal point of this thing behind those big two. And that's where I think we'll see. I don't think he had a bad year. I think for some people, maybe it was a little disappointing because they wanted to see a leap. Is that fair? That maybe people aren't as excited about Austin Reaves right now as after that first year where we saw him really kind of come out of nowhere for most people as an undrafted free agent.
I think that's probably true. I think I expected a leap, to be honest with you. But to me, when I watch Austin play, I think like basically the perfect point guard for a LeBron-led team at the end of the day. A guy who can really dribble, pass, shoot, can drive to the basket in a really substantial way, can get penetration into that like elbow, 8-foot range, particularly at a high level, and then make decisions from there. A player that just very rarely ever seems sped up when I watch him. Like, you look at the turnover numbers, he's right around 2 per game this season, but in the playoffs, the last 2 years, those numbers have actually like dropped pretty substantially. And if you look at his playoff numbers, he only averages like 1.4 turnovers per game. He tends to just make really, really good decisions, especially out of ball screens. So I think he's like perfect for this roster. And I think he's like a perfect guy for them to build around with LeBron and AD. The other thing I'll say for Austin Reaves, getting back to the playoff point, Austin Reaves in 21 playoff games at this point has averaged 17 points, 4.3 rebounds, 4.3 assists, shot 47, 40, 89, 5. That is a ridiculous playoff resume for a player that is in his 3rd season, entering his 4th season.
Somebody challenged me about Reaves in the playoffs after an episode where I think maybe we took a shot or I took a shot at D'Lo, and I was like, okay, maybe I was wrong. Austin shot bad from 3 in the playoffs this last year. That was it. He shot bad from 3. He was 27% from 3 this past season. He was still 48% from the field. He was 62% from 2 in the playoffs this past season. And then was obviously awesome in 22-23. So of the sample we have right now, he's been pretty good outside of 5 games where the 3-pointer didn't fall.
Yeah, look, and I thought he was okay in the playoffs this past year. I didn't think he was like amazing, but he was like clearly better than D'Angelo Russell. And they were in like a tough matchup too. So that's always going to be a difficult assignment. But yeah, when I look at Reaves, I think he is just going to continue to grow into being, a kind of guy that is, right around 20 points a game, probably 6 assists, 4 rebounds. And, those guys, maybe not an all-star, but like, in the right situation,
and then go make an impact on defense.
Like that.
You don't have to be the lockdown guy, but go make an impact on the defensive end of the floor. And that's a really, really good two-way play. Like, if you're that good offensively and then doing those things defensively, that's pretty good between both ends.
Yeah, no, I agree. Look, Austin Reaves is a terrific player. I think that people know that we're both really, really big fans of Reaves on the show.